Morning, Leanne. How are you?
And good morning. I'm going great. How are you today?
Yeah, really good. Thank you so much for coming on today. In a minute, I'll get you to explain all about yourself and EmploySure and how you can help our salon owners in regards to contract, hiring, firing. It can be very, very hard out there to not only find staff, which is our job, but to keep them. But not everyone works out perfectly. And sometimes we have to let our team members go. And we need to know all the legal ramifications and what we need to do to make sure that we're compliant. So, Leanne, would you like to introduce yourself and tell me a little bit about EmploySure and how you can help us thousands of salon owners?
I would absolutely love to. Um, as you said, my name's Leanne. I've been with Peninsula slash EmploySure now for going on 7 years. I'm one of the senior business development partners.
Yeah.
At Peninsula, we look after in excess of 30,000 small businesses around Australia in all industries, but we do have a large amount of clients in the health and beauty, hairdressing industry. I used to actually work in under the L'Oreal division before in a previous life, so I
Yeah.
understand your world.
Okay.
And you're right, it can be really challenging for for employers when it comes to staff members. So Peninsula is ultimately an outsourced support for business owners. We're there to protect business owners when it comes to all things fair work and safe work.
Okay, great.
So the two big regulators who dominate or regulate any industry, they're forever changing the rules, and they don't necessarily reach out and let business owners know that this is a new process or this is the documentation you need, but
Yes.
they expect them to know. So
Yes.
what Peninsula does is work one-on-one with these businesses and gets to know them. Yes, they'll all be doing, in your industry, they'll all be doing similar type stuff, but every business owner is going to have their own rules and own expectations of their staff. So it's our role to help with onboarding documents,
Okay.
employment contracts, whether it be part-time, casual, full-time. What does that look like when it
Yeah.
aligns with the
Yeah.
award? Award interpretation is critical.
Definitely.
It's now been criminalised for wage theft. So really,
Wow.
uh,
What's the penalties for that, just out of curiosity?
if it's intentional, it could not only be fines and penalties, but it can lead to jail time. So that has now come into place throughout Australia. So it's paramount that we get that correct.
Definitely, definitely.
And then all the way through to how do you discipline someone? Performance management, terminate, make redundant, if something's changed in the business. And ultimately, it comes down to what you have in documentation,
Mhm.
what strength of the foundations you have. You don't have to rule with an iron fist, but really having it detailed specifically for your business. And that's what we do.
So,
Once it's put in place, it gives the business owners ability to act and react if something's not going
mhm.
accordingly to their business plans. So we write everything from performance management, invitations to meetings, but we're there to hold their hand through the whole process. So if they are faced with a fair work claim, and unfortunately fair work claims have increased by about 30 to 40% year on year since COVID. Um,
That's, yeah, that's
it,
interesting.
Yeah, it can be catastrophic to a small business. Uh,
God, yeah, it can make or break a business if
yeah,
something like this happens and you don't know what to do.
yeah. One of the biggest claims that are coming through is mental health.
I
There's
believe that.
the 1 in 3 claims that are being put through under a general protections claim, and it's uncapped. So what that means is a employee can claim mental health, can claim discrimination under general protections, and put in any amount they want. Doesn't mean that they're going to get it, but it's up to the business owner to prove what the employee is saying is incorrect. So the only way to do that, of course, is through correct documentation.
Exactly. Wow, that is so scary, isn't it? I mean, we don't think of these sort of things when we're opening up a business, do we? So we need all the protection that we can. So when we spoke before, I think you said that you've got lawyers and litigators on hand 24 hours a day. Is that right?
Absolutely. So we have over 150 advisors based here in Australia,
Mm-hmm.
and they specialise specifically in fair work and safe work
Okay.
legislation.
Okay.
So you can literally call us any time of the day or night. If one of our clients is faced with a fair work claim, we're there through the ugly as well. So we have an internal legal team that, provided our clients seek and follow our advice and T's and C's and PDS, then our legal team respond to Fair Work. We represent them at Fair Work and we cover them the costs up to $2 million per year or $400,000 per claim. So if they are in a really dire situation, they're not left on their own. They don't have to go and get external lawyers. We're there through the good, the bad, and the
Okay.
terrible.
And, to get a really good lawyer to go through something like that could cost tens and tens of thousands of dollars, and you could potentially lose your business.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So, how much does it cost, for example? Oh, where have you gone, Leanne? So, while Leanne's gone, hopefully she's going to come back on. But what I'm going to do is probably get her back on another time to answer any other questions. But if you've got any questions that you want, oh, she's back again. Here she is.
Apologies, I don't know what happened
That's
there.
all right. I was just about to say if anyone needs you. We were just getting to the juicy part of the story too.
Yeah,
The costing, how much for a business owner would it cost? Does it cost thousands and thousands per employee each year, which to me would make sense?
absolutely. So how we operate it is it's based on headcount. So when someone first engages us, if they only have one or two staff, they come in at our entry level. And it really comes down to what the business needs support with. Sometimes they will just engage our services for the HR or the fair work
Yeah,
component.
yeah,
Others do workplace health and safety as well. So we tailor the package to suit
for their
them.
needs.
And
So, what does it sort of start from? Say, if I had 3 employees or 10 employees or 20, what does it start from and what does it potentially go up to? And by the way, Leanne's kindly made an offer for all of our salon and business owners to get a special price. So thank you so much for that.
absolutely. And it is an investment in the business. We have programs for as short as 12 months program all the way through to 5 years. So the longer the term, the cheaper it is. But more and more businesses are going for that longer term because they want consistency. They want that
Definitely.
peace of mind. Um, for example, if you were to have three staff
Mhm.
and you just did a 1 year program, for example, it would come in around that $140 a week mark, which is really, if you think of it as a staff member, is as cheap as chips.
Well, that's, threes and 240 is about 20 something dollars per team member per week. A nice bottle of wine.
Absolutely.
Which is just ridiculous, really, when it's the sake of your business, Leanne. That's just an absolute no-brainer.
Yes, without a doubt. And when it gives you the peace of mind that not only are you covered during the sticky situations, we proactively keep you up to date when legislation changes. So it's not,
Okay.
you don't have to be searching around on Fair Work or Safe Work trying to work out, what does this legislation mean? Does it impact me? How do I start? Because salon owners are so busy, they're not only managing staff, it's the clients, it's the marketing, it's that end to end time, I suppose, that they just don't have.
They don't have, and we can't be knowledgeable in all aspects of our business. And so many people, as you know, we do recruitment for the hair, beauty, spa, and wellness industries. So many people ask us, what should we pay them? And
Mhm.
we always recommend you need to do your research. Um, so this way, it's not a guessing game of what they should be paying them either.
No,
This is what you need to do. Otherwise, you could be fined or jailed or whatever. That's pretty
yeah,
scary. Yeah.
underpayments are huge because, for example, Sheryl, if I was working for you and resigned today, I could
Yeah.
be resign happy, move on.
Yeah,
I've got up to 6 years after I leave your business to put in an underpayment claim. 6 years. So if you don't have correct record keeping, if you don't have correct documentation about who I was, how are you going to backtrack that far
you
without
can't. Yeah.
having a place?
So
So
you can do all of that for them. They put on a team member. It'll cost them roughly about $25 a week to have support per team member.
yeah, absolutely. It really just gives them the peace of mind. It's like, for example, hiring me, but not only do they get me as their account manager who keeps in contact, but you get my whole team of advisors. So it's all about making sure you're being kept up to date, making sure you're compliant, but really tailoring it to the situation. In your industry, when a staff member leaves and they're using their social media to promote themselves while they're there, and next thing you know, they're opening up down the road.
Mhm.
How do you stop that? How do you protect the brand of the business?
So can you actually do that? Can you sue them for taking your clients or
So it really comes down to what you've got in the contract and
okay,
non-solicitation, non-compete clauses. Social media clauses are really, really important in your industry.
okay,
If I
excellent.
was stylist, can I promote on my own social media what I'm doing in your salon or what am
Without your permission,
without your
without
permission, without your branding?
see,
Can I?
this is so important, Leanne.
Mm,
People, because I hear every day they ring me, Sheryl, so and so's left, and they've taken all the clients, and the clients actually belong to the salon, not to
yeah,
the employee. And
yeah.
they just go, oh, well, it's too hard, what do I? But if they come through you, they're protected.
They're protected, and we write the cease and desist letters. We're there to guide them through any challenge they have, whether it's staff, whether it's an incident or accident within the salon. If someone gets hurt, what risks are to the business when it comes to workplace health and safety investigations? So it's an ever changing
This,
area. That salon
this,
is so
wow.
busy. Mm,
This is so important, Leanne. This is for all of our salon owners. Please do this for peace of mind. This is one of the most important things I've come across working in this industry is to protect yourself. And I've
absolutely.
always believed in life insurance policies and insurance. This is insurance for you and your business. So please, please, please do this. It's vital.
And yeah, and as you mentioned before, if any of your salon owners reach out directly to yourself or to myself, what I'll do is I make sure that they come under your profile.
So
They'll
they
get
get the special price.
they'll get the
So
special pricing. They will have me as their account manager.
thank
They
you.
they may just want a bit of help and
Yeah,
not necessarily engage in our services long term, and that's absolutely okay. I would much
yeah,
prefer to get on a Zoom
yeah.
with anybody, get one of my advisors on to work through whatever challenge you have, and then you can make an informed decision if you want our support. The
And
free
and
consult.
who wouldn't want your support? Seriously, this is vital to your business to do this.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I wouldn't recommend any business owner to start a business these days without having the right documentation in place. It's just far too risky.
So if anyone cannot see the value in this, I don't believe that for a second. So please contact myself, or they can contact you, Leanne, direct. What's your details? But they have to say that they came through National Salon and Spa to get the special
Absolutely,
price and to have you looking after them. So
absolutely.
how did they get in contact with you apart from calling me?
So they can give me a call on 0408 901 639. You can
Yes.
correct, send me a text, or you can send an email to my name, Leanne.Avery at peninsula/au.com. But I'll send that through to you, Sheryl, so you have
And
that as well.
thank you. And I'll be sending this out in an email blast and all
Mhm.
social media to all of our salon owners as well, because I think this is absolutely imperative for their business.
Absolutely. It's an ever-changing landscape, one that's very
Yeah.
keep on board. But if you think of it like an accountant, everyone trusts their accountant. They want to protect themselves when it comes to the ATO. but they forget the fundamentals when it comes to fair work and safe work. And every business owner has the obligation to meet the regulations. They just don't know how to do it sometimes.
Definitely. Thank you so much for all of your wise information today. It's really opened my eyes up to on the importance of this. So thank you, Leanne.
You are so very welcome. Thank you for your time. And if I can help anyone at all, just let me know.
Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.
You too. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.